Okay, so hear me out. You are not too old. You are not too young. You are not an overachiever. You don't strive too high. You're not too ambitious. You are not going to fail at everything you do. You are not always going to be down and out. But I will tell you what you are. I will definitely tell you what you are. Stay tuned. Hi guys, it's your girl Ziyanda Kumalo, aka Black Rose SA, coming at you with another video. And if you're new here, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome home, baby. Welcome home, sweethearts. Welcome home. It's good to see you again. I hope you guys are good. I hope lockdown isn't treating you too bad. I hope you're okay. I hope mentally you're okay. I hope emotionally you're okay. I hope physically you are okay. And yeah, there's a lot of things we are all just waiting to do. I mean, I'm waiting to do my hair. I'm waiting to do my nails. I'm waiting to breathe some oxygen from the world, not from my household. But yeah, it is what it is, and we will get through it. We will push through it. But in other news, I mean, look at the skin. Look at the skin. Okay, besides these little pimples here, but I mean, there's always a good thing. There's always a good thing. And moving on. Today's video is titled "Do Not Give In and Do Not Give Up." Because at this point within lockdown, I do know that waking up is difficult. I know that having a good day is difficult. I know that not overthinking things is difficult. Because every day you wake up, you have to do the same thing. Every day you wake up, you have to stay in the same space. Every day you wake up and you have to think of the same things. Every day you wake up, you have to talk to the same people. Every day you wake up and there's just that thought of, I did this yesterday and I still need to do this tomorrow. And for however other many days that they are to go. And this video is here to let you know that in this time, don't give in to that. And don't give up because of this time. This time is time for you. It's time for all the pain to now be looked into, for you to heal. It's time for all the thoughts to become actions. It's time for all the ideas, dreams, and wishes to become goals, and those goals to become things that you actually start doing. It's time for you to figure out what you're about, where you are right now, where you want to be. But don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this is time to reinvent yourself. It's time to reevaluate yourself. Why I'm saying it's not time to reinvent yourself is because everyone is starting to have this concept that after lockdown, you need to be a new you. You need to be a whole different person. That's not it. That is not it. At first, maybe that was it, but now it isn't. And it isn't because of how difficult staying in one space is becoming. That is a lot to handle for one person. That is a lot to handle for one mind. But I am here to say you will get through it. You will get past this mountain. You have had so many mountains that you've had to conquer. So what is different now? What is so difficult now? So basically with today's topic and the reason why, the actual reason why this video is here is because there are days for me where I wake up and it's so difficult just waking up. And I mean, I really don't sleep as much because sleeping hours are slim to none. But when I wake up, it is so difficult to wake up. Not because Not because I'm still sleepy or because I still want to sleep, but because I'm tired. Because emotionally, physically, mentally, I am tired. I am tired of being in the same space, and I'm a social butterfly. So being in the same space all the time and not socializing with as many people is really difficult. And I don't mean socializing and talking to people on social media. I don't need WhatsApp. I don't mean WhatsApping people. I don't mean Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or Snapchat. I don't mean all of that. I mean actual physical social interaction. And the reason why I don't mean social media is because already as it is, WhatsApp for me is really tiring. It is really exhausting. Not because I'm trying to ignore people, no, but because there's so many messages coming in and there's so many conversations that I'm having that I'd like to experience physically. I'd like to experience live and not just have to live life through my phone or my laptop or my tablet or whatever that it is that you're currently using. And the other day I woke up and I was like to myself, you know what? It's one of those days again. It's going to be one of those days for a while. It's been one of those days. But get up, sis. Get up and do something with your day. You don't have to do something big. You don't have to change your life that day. But wake up. Wake up, take a jog. I've gotten myself to take a jog now every day for the last 2 weeks. This is the 3rd week. And it keeps me going. As much as this week it was a bit more difficult because of how now it's becoming a norm. And already lockdown is a norm, so it's becoming draining, but I still wake up because that little jog or that little workout, in my mind, I'm reminded that you did something. In my mind, I'm reminded that you woke up. In my mind, I'm reminded that it was hard, but you got through it. And this is why I'm saying don't give in and don't give up. This is time for you. This is time for you to look into yourself, self-introspection. It is very important. This is time where after lockdown you could get out of lockdown knowing that you're more self-aware. You are fully and utterly in love with who you are. You are fully and utterly obsessed with who you are. And you have forgiven yourself. You have forgiven the past. And you have forgiven this time that we're in now. And I'm here to let you know that there's probably so many things and so many plans that you had before lockdown happened and boom, here we are. I'm here to say those plans don't have to stop. Those plans don't have to fail. You just have to figure out a way to make those plans work without being in the midst of people. So the best thing I'd say to you is perfect it. Now you've got the time. Perfect whatever you're working on. Perfect whatever you were thinking about. Perfect whatever dreams you've been dreaming about. You've been writing down. You've been affirming. Perfect them in such a way that when lockdown is up and over, you don't have to now sit there and say, oh, I wanted to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're just like, okay, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now to complete them. Now to rectify them. Now to put them out there. You know, if you're planning to start your own business, because you're indoors all the time, it doesn't mean that you can't do that. If you're planning to finally travel to somewhere, if that was your plan, then jot down where you want to go. Look into where you'd like to go. But know that that only comes after this whole thing is fully clear. If you were looking into reinventing yourself, do that. One day just wake up and be like, you know what, today I can't go to the spa, so I might as well make my own. Put on your favorite face mask. Pour yourself a glass of wine, a glass of water, a glass of juice, a glass of whatever it is you like to drink. Run yourself the hottest bubble bath with your favorite scents and your favorite candles and your favorite bath foam. And reinvent yourself. Recreate the little moments that you had outdoors, indoors. And one thing that is very important for you to know is don't let your mind play you. Don't let your mind play you. I'll repeat that again. Do not let your mind play you. when your mind begins to play you, it becomes a very dark time for you. It becomes a very hard time for you. It becomes a very lonely time for you. Don't let that happen. I'm not saying it won't, but I'm saying don't let it happen. And when it does, give it time to work itself out of your system. Don't brush it back and say, no, I'm not feeling what I'm feeling. Give it time to run its course. Give it time and be like, you know what? I feel like this now. I feel terrible now. But I don't want to feel terrible every day. So I'll feel terrible now, knowing that tomorrow I want to feel better. Knowing that tomorrow I want to feel good. And with all the things that I mentioned at the beginning of this video that you are not, I will tell you what you are. You are a hard worker. You are someone who pushes through the toughest of situations. You are someone who triumphs. You are someone who wins. But hear me carefully. I'm not saying you are someone who wins every time. You will lose, but each time you lose, you get up. You are that person. You are a loving being. You are a person who works harder than you're supposed to. You're a person who strives for the stars because you do not believe in touching the ceiling, in reaching the roof. And continue being that person. Continue being that person. Don't give into the world saying, no, you're too young to get things done. No, you're too old to get things done. You're not. You are not. I mean, who said? If you can tell me specifically who said that without saying it was society, then I will rest my case. I will definitely rest my case. But if you are feeling the way you are because you were told that you are this, this, and that, and you are not enough, I'm here to affirm that you are enough. And beyond being enough, you are more than enough. You are a game changer. That is what you are. And I want you every day to remember that I am a game changer. I am that 0.01 change that the world is waiting for. I am that phoenix, because you are. And we always recite the saying, I wasn't born to fit in, I was born to stand out. When are you going to stand out? When are you going to take up space? When are you going to fill that gap? When are you going to stand out? If you keep repeating things to yourself that are meant for people who want to fit in, that's not what you're meant for. That's not what you're destined for. You are made for greatness. You are meant for greatness. So be great. Be great. Not good. Not good. Be great. And remember that as dark as it gets, it's the darkest times before the dawn. It is always the darkest times before the dawn. Remember, when you're facing the worst situations, remember to smile. Remember to stand tall, shoulders high, back straight, and say, I've got this. And say, I will get through this. And for me, I always repeat Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 has been the greatest verse. I will repeat it. I've kept repeating it, and I will still repeat it. And that's me telling you that do not give in and do not give up. Do yourself a favor. Do yourself that favor. Shine. Stay shining. Keep shining. If you know, you know that my videos are not complete without some poetry, without a little poem written by me, by moi, by me. And with today's topic, the title of today's poem is What They Never Were. Growing up, status was unimportant. Then life kicked in and realization stepped up. What I grew up considering beyond enough in the real world was low to middle class, where you weren't struggling or winning. So what of those that were struggling? Each year passed with conditions rising and yet needs piling. The urge to win became permanent. But who was I to rise when my elders never did? Who was I to claim a throne I was only meant to visit? Who was I to wear a crown I was destined just to clean? Who was I to seek wealth? Wealth that I couldn't win. But then again, I am a game changer, path maker, ritual wrecker, and honest maker. So I would own the throne, I would wear the crown, and I would have the riches, even if I wasn't allowed to. My elders' blood, sweat, and tears depended on it. So I was ready to fake it until I make it. Because I knew I would be what they never were. And if you've gotten this far in the video, please leave me a thumbs up. Please leave me a comment, leave me a little heart, leave me anything that you want to see on my channel. Leave me anything that you had in mind, anything that came to mind when watching this video, any remarks, any constructive criticism, any of that. Leave it in the comments. Connect with me on social media, hit me a DM, follow me, and let's make 2020 better than it is right now. Let's make it something different. Let's make it something good. Guys, know, stay blessed, stay loving, stay safe, stay peaceful, but most of all, stay shining. With love from me, Z. Bye.